Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, kissers and huggers, lovers and snugglers, welcome to the world famous Apollo Theater.
Hello knifers and welcome to the show with Bonnie the Knife. Today I want to talk about the proportions of life. In case you're older than 15, which I really hope my audience to be, You have probably figured out that life comes in bigger and smaller chunks, and we are programmed by nature to pay more attention to the bigger chunks. Which makes sense. You don't want to waste your attention on a fly sitting on your foot while an elephant comes dashing for you. But over the past 200 years, something has happened. We have made our lives a lot more secure by weeding out most of the big chunks. But evolution hasn't really caught up with the change. We are still on the lookout for the big things to come crashing. And with our attention for disaster constantly treading air, it was only a matter of time before somebody would step in to fill the gap. Enter the media. Think about the radical change. All of a sudden, there's this machine which can feed you big chunks without them posing any danger to your life. You can have the rush without the threat. It's like a drug. They started out as trying to report on what is really important, on what is big chunk worthy. But soon they figured out that they can just as well fuel our addiction by taking picayune things and blowing them out of proportion. This led to the so-called circle of media. Now it used to be that the media would struggle to report the truth as accurately as possible in order to win people's preferences so that they can make money. But then the media discovered that there's a shortcut towards people's preferences by only reporting bullshit. And they can still make the same amount of money. When Janet Jackson accidentally showed a nipple during her 2004 Super Bowl dance performance, the media declared Nipplegate, thereby putting the showing of a nipple on level with the indictment of President Richard Nixon after he had tried to cover up the ordered break-in into the Democratic National Committee's headquarters. Ironically, the name is quite fitting in that without the reporting of the media, neither event would have been noticed by the public. Also ironically, Nixon's nose is about as big as Janet Jackson's breast. Just imagine, what if she had dropped her pants? Would that have been vagina Nazi Germany too? But there's one important realization in the sadness of all this. We have the power to build our own big chunks. Imagine you're a meth head and you find out that you can make your own meth. Bad example. But anyway, this is where what I like to call the mundane magic comes in. For every second of our lives, we are given the choice to see things exactly the way we want to see them. Don't tell me this wall isn't staring at you. Don't tell me this is not a toothy face with an earring. Don't tell me this stool doesn't have to pee real bad. Don't tell me this house isn't ogling the one next to it. Don't tell me this fuse box isn't obviously female. Don't tell me this coat hanger is not an elephant. And this coat hanger is not a drunken elephant. And this one is not an octopus that wants to fight. Don't tell me those are not a fat man's legs. Don't tell me this is not a nipple. Don't tell me this security camera isn't snorkeling. And don't tell me this is not a nipple. And this is not a nipple. And don't tell me this is not a nipple as well. This is a nipple for sure. I'd be damned if this is not a nipple. This is not a nipple? Are you kidding me? We need to talk.